See, right now I'm gonna just go on a quick rant just to lubricate my lips. As wrong as that sounds, that is what I'm doing. Yeah, man. Why the fuck I want to make this a YT video? But let's see. It's Christmas Eve today, and I couldn't help but only have one objective for the day, which is record a YouTube video. I woke up. I did take a bit of time setting up. I did take a bit of time making coffee and procrastinating on it, but I know this is what I want to do. I want to make a YouTube video. I was scrolling on TikTok. Yeah, I will reduce my screen time soon. I think within a few days. But I was scrolling on TikTok and I came across this post of a guy that said he's 35. He's never had any interactions with a girl. And he's just accepted it. And that was baffling to me because what do you mean you just accepted it? Look, I know I often say this, and people think I'm encouraging war and I am for war and I think war is a good thing. I don't think war is a good thing. But men used to go to war. Our battles these days are all internal. We need to fight devices. We need to fight algorithms that keep us stuck. We need to fight mentalities that keep us stuck in a certain position. We need to fight. Bottom line is, men need to fight. If there is no enemy on an exterior level, on an existential plane that you can physically see and touch and feel, then a warlike man, which is most men out there, if not all men, will create an internal enemy. And I would like to say that, I'll take it as far as saying that as much as we don't choose to create those enemies, they are ripping you dry, and they are ripping you apart, and they are winning if you don't make a mental note of this and you don't keep it in your consciousness that there is an external enemy. The only hard part that it is just realizing that there is an enemy, because TikTok is an enemy, Instagram is an enemy, Netflix is an enemy. They're all after one thing: your attention, which eventually turns into money. And they don't give a fuck what they have to do to get that from you. They don't care. They'll destroy your mental health through porn, make you more susceptible to impulse buys and impulse purchases. They'll destroy your physical health by making sure that you keep being addicted to fast food chains and have easier access to fast food as possible. Through seed oils, they'll destroy your physical health. They'll destroy your male hormone, testosterone, one of the most important male hormones for men, through plastics. They'll do whatever they have to, just so they can make a profit. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't let his kids on Facebook. Let that sink in. The founder of Facebook himself does not let his kids on Facebook, his own platform, because it's dangerous. But you think that it's a good tool. It keeps you entertained. It keeps you alive. It keeps you connected. Listen, I find it ironic for people to consider social media a social platform. Because if anything, look around you. If anything, it's made everyone a lot more anti-social. Because everyone is just staring into their phone on public events. Everyone's more concerned about getting the highlight reel. Everyone's more concerned about getting the video, the snips at the fucking club and look cool, instead of actually having fun and dancing and actually socializing as they should be. But here's the thing, fellas. At the end of the day, I'm not saying lash out. I'm not saying be violent. I'm not saying be a crash out. All I am saying is do better. Recognize that there is an enemy to be fought. And yes, it's not like the enemy that was there before. It's not like the enemy that you could literally see and you'd have to fucking punch to get rid of. It's a way stronger enemy. This enemy is so detrimental to you that it will insidiously kill you. And let me break that down for you. It'll kill you in such a way that you don't even recognize. By the time you're dead, you'll look around you and realize that, fuck, I got put out of the race and I didn't even realize I was in a race to begin with. I tell people about this and they look at me like I'm crazy. I tell people about this and they look at me and call me judgmental and they call me things that I really am not. And I stopped trying to get my point across. I guess that's why I'm now on the social media thing. I stopped trying to get my point across to everyone I meet because it's just not worth it at the end of the day for me to try and get my message across to people that don't want to hear the message. You don't speak to people that don't want to be spoken to. You don't try and involve yourself in friend groups that don't value your opinion. You just simply don't, because at the end of the day, you're not being authentic to you. You're not being true to you. So, I mean, fellas, we just need to wake the fuck up. We can't give up. We can't ever afford to give up. The price for giving up is way, way higher. The consequence for giving up is way, way higher than the reward will ever be for winning. Now, I'll put this into perspective for those of you that did physics in high school or are studying physics currently. The net force for giving up is less than the net force for winning. I think I put that correctly. So, say for instance, losing will put you at a negative 10. Winning, on the other hand, will put you at a positive. It could be a positive 1. It could be a positive 10. It could be a positive 100. But at the end of the day, it is in the positives. And that will always be higher than the negatives. Something you can't forget. That's something you can't put into words. That's something you can't explain to the normal person. Because they'll look at you like you're crazy. Because they're getting quick dopamine hits. Because they have Uber Eats and they can have junk food whenever they feel like. They don't need to go to the gym. They don't need to know what it's like to fight. They don't know what it's like to train martial arts. They don't know what it's like to have the fear of your life being at risk in a martial arts ring. They don't know what it's like to feel like there'll never be anybody in life because they have this path laid out for them that they didn't choose. And they just live by it. And you can't begin to explain it to them because the moment they do, they just shout off and call you delusional. Now, if it's so delusional, I need you to riddle me this. If it's so delusional, why don't you ever go to the person with a Ferrari that you see? If you see a person getting into a Ferrari and ask them, no, in fact, don't ask them, tell them. Tell them that's delusional. Tell them that's not realistic for them to have that Ferrari. Tell them that that is not possible. Tell them it's impossible for them to have that Ferrari. Yeah, I didn't think so too. So, I don't know, fellas. Bottom line is you cannot lose hope. That's the main thing I would say from all this. Gotta keep fighting. This wasn't supposed to be a YouTube video. I don't even know how the camera looks. I just thought I'd go on a rant so I could actually shoot the video that I intended on shooting. This wasn't scripted at all. So, yeah. Food for thought, I guess.